All right, this is probably one of those videos that if my wife knew I was making, it would get before it even hit. So I've got myself a little tax problem. Turns out I owe the IRS some money. And you know what? They want that money. So I'm going to use YouTube to pay off my IRS debt. Okay, so the crash course in the world that is Tom is I was checking out and didn't even realize the depth of the checkout I was in. It's kind of like the story about the frog. You can put a pot of water on the stove, turn the stove on. The frog never jumps out because he doesn't realize the water's getting too hot. Well, I wanted to sell this shop. I didn't sell this shop. It took a year and I just withdrew and withdrew and withdrew. And I didn't realize how bad it was till I'd had this little epiphany last November of 2024. I made a video about that. I'll link it. I'm not sure which side it shows up on. It's going to be on one of these two sides. I'll link it there if you want to see it. But anyway, after November 2024, I got my head out of my ass. I started moving, and we got with an accountant. We got our taxes filed, Secretary of State, all those things taken care of. We ended up with an IRS payment plan, which frustrates me. I hate owing. I hate owing the IRS of all people. I hate the interest. But I am grateful that we filed it and we got the plan because now my wife no longer has to worry about a garnishment or some shit like that, or the IRS showing up and putting a padlock on the door. She can be a little bit of a worrier, but I need that because I'm generally not, and so I needed that push, and she pushed, and I began to address it. The shop has picked up, some money came in, so we got a new account and we got it all squared away. But now we have this payment plan, and I don't want to take the full allotted time to pay the IRS off. I want to get the IRS out of the equation as quickly as possible. And how am I going to do that? That's the question, right? So I am by no means an expert on YouTube. I've had some months where I did really well for me on YouTube, made like $800-900. I've had a few months where I've made like $500. And there's a lot of months where I don't put out content that really grabs people. My content is pretty specific. And so there's maybe not a wide audience for that. So my average payment from YouTube is probably about $300 a month, 275, somewhere in that range. So as I'm thinking about this IRS debt and things are improving and the shop's paying its own way, the shop's turning a profit, I've realized I've neglected a couple of things. One, the car lot has been neglected in terms of buying and selling cars. I have to figure out a better way to spread my mental capacity so that I can keep both businesses doing what they should be doing. So Josh is doing a great job at the shop. The shop's going well. Now I need to kind of circle back, if you will, to the car lot. Now, in addition to the car lot, on that business platform, I buy and sell cars. I also have eBay business where we get junkers in and they turn out to be not worth fixing. We may pull off key components and put them on eBay before we send the car to the scrap. So we have online part sales. That's my second revenue stream. Third revenue stream is what you're watching right now, which is our YouTube channel. We actually take that in as income. We actually get taxed on it, and then we keep the revenue. So I've had some great months for me on YouTube. I think last December I hit like $900, which I was just ecstatic about. I've had a couple 500s. And then, my content is generally fairly specific, and that's, it started out with just walk around videos of my cars. Then I realized that's very specific. The only people that are going to watch that are people that are right in the immediate area. So then I started doing videos on Texas DMV forms. How do you fill out your title application? How do you do a duplicate title? How do you do a bonded title? How do you do a mechanics lien? And that worked well too, because there's a lot of people that don't understand how to do those things. And then I started doing more general sleazy used car dealer content. People want to see behind the scenes of a car lot. They want to see that I can take a junker car, flip it, and still make money. So yeah, that's how the channel's grown. Then I filmed a video about hating owning my shop. and it took off. I was really impressed. I think it got like 30,000 views. And then I filmed a video later, kind of going through the mistakes I made when my partner and I bought this shop, and told that story. And that video did pretty well. And I've equated a lot of that to the prayer, and my mindset's changed. And so now, as I've got my shop up and running, I've got my headspace back where it should be. It's time to turn back to YouTube and ask you folks out there to help me out. If you've ever had trouble with the IRS, I'd love to know what your problem was and what the resolution was. Did you do an offer in compromise? Did you get a payment plan? Did you sell a kidney? What did you do? If you just comment down below, let me know what happened. Believe it or not, these comments really help the algorithm. The likes, the subscribes, all great stuff. But the more you interact with the video, the more it helps me out. I'd really, really appreciate your help on that. All right, so why will this help me? Why will commenting on my video help? Why will getting me more views on my YouTube channel help? Why will growing my channel help? Well, the commitment I made to myself is going forward, every dollar I collect on YouTube is going to be an extra payment to my IRS debt. I think it's probably going to take about 2 years, maybe a little bit quicker. I don't know. But that is what I'm going to do now. That's my commitment to my get out of debt spiel. Is every time I get an a YouTube payment, which happens between the 21st and 25th of every month, I'm going to immediately turn around and send that money to the IRS as an additional payment. So we're going to get out of debt, and we're going to do it quicker than necessary. So wow, I haven't done this in a while. I turned the camera angle a little bit, and I look behind me, and there is my 3-year-old granddaughter's artwork. And that's one of the things that incentivizes me to get my shit straight. When I look at shortcomings in life and things I need to do, obviously from a business and financial standpoint, we made some errors, and we need to fix that. I'm fat as hell. I'm trying to lose weight. I want longevity in my health so that I can be around for my little 3-year-old granddaughter who came to work with me 2 weeks ago. My wife and I watch the grandkids. We're not used to small children 24/7. So I brought my granddaughter up here. She was a little disillusioned with the quality of markers that we had. We had, I believe it was 3 highlighters, and that was not great for her. She let me know. She was disappointed in the snacks that we had here at the shop. So we left early and we went to lunch, and then we didn't come back. But I had a great time with her, and I want to continue to have a great time with those people. I'm very fortunate for whatever failings, shortcomings, or challenges I met in my business. I have a great family. I have great children, and I have grandchildren. So I want to be around for them. And one of the things I need to do is get out from under the financial stress. So as business has improved and we have extra money back in the coffers, we're going to be working on knocking out some of these debts and getting them squared away. I don't really carry a lot of personal debt, but this IRS thing is bugging. So I haven't lost your attention already. I want to thank you for watching, ask you for that like, subscribe, and comment again. Tune into some of our other videos. I've got more content coming. Thanks, guys.